A dream like to spin fire. The NFT in us are diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web freedoms and dreams show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's Wednesday, April 23rd. Happy Zora Day. Dude, Choin, it's great to see you here, man. Legend. Yeah, we don't get Choin here much during the weekdays. Looks like things are changing. Dude, awesome. Selfishly awesome. Seeing that your the ski resort's closed. I mean, again, good for us here. You? I hope so. Murray, good morning. Red Dollar, good morning. Over on Abstract GMs as well, guys. Wherever you're watching, smash that like on the show. Let's see. Cats, good morning. Where are we live? X as well, and over on YouTube. Come over to the YouTube side, fam. You know, I like you over on Abstract, but over on the YouTube side is where you gotta subscribe. Even Cosmos this morning. Holy cow. It's the whole damn game. You know what's going to be really interesting is, look, the market looks great right now. The market looks just awesome, and hoping it continues, and I think it's going to continue. And you start seeing people come back, and it's more than that too. It's not like people go away, but when the vibes are back, there's just people engage. You know what's interesting? Because we're going to talk about Zora for a bit. I don't know how deep we're going to go. Sorry, it's driving me bonkers. Okay, thinking a lot about Zora. I promise you there's going to be a connection here. Creating content on chain, minting a token for every piece of content. It's a weird idea, and we experimented with it a bit, and I've been for it, then against it, then don't care, then, you know, all over the place and back again. And I'm really leaning towards for it. Because, like, look, some of this stuff is just human nature. It's just, what are the best ways to, in a not shitty way, take advantage of human nature? Or if you know how human nature works, how do you use it in a way that's like fair or works better for everybody? And so I think about this show and engagement, and this is where they're connected. Human nature, when the market is good and people are feeling good and the vibes are up, even if you haven't stepped away, right? You haven't left this space, people engage less when the market's down, right? When things are cooking, everybody's back. They're here already, but they're back and they're engaged and they're hyped and they're excited. Human nature. And I think about the content coins now the exact same way. Human nature, it's, well, in the case of a token, it's betting. It is what it is. If somebody sees a token, they feel like it could be up. It could go up in a certain amount of time, whatever that time frame is, people are going to play it. It's human nature. A lot of what we're doing here is based on just that. Is Zora live right now? Interesting. We're gonna start off the show actually talking Zora, just some details. Let me hit some more GMs. Gravity, good morning. Great to see you, man. I need to look at Myriad Market, by the way. I need to peek at that. Abstract's got a big old gaming like festival coming up. We'll also get to that as well. Gizmo, bro. Interesting. Zora, I believe, is a claim. And I'm going to show you guys how you can, since I didn't know it's live, I didn't know you could claim yet. I'm going to show you how to check how much you're getting, which is, DeYank, good morning. Dude, nice. Dude, you're always into some interesting stuff. What's up, Junior? Good morning, man. Anyway, my God, stop talking. Get into it. Here we go. Again, subscribe to the show on Crypto Slam. You can follow me on X. It's Hudah_idiot. Crypto Slam IO. Make sure you're following along there. SlamAI_XYZ. And then finally, the Swarm_AI. Grinder, how do you get into the pre-sale? Wait, what's Nacho? If you're talking about Zora, there's no pre-sale anymore. It's just there's basically a token claim for using the platform. Yeah, more details to yank. That sounds awesome. Okay, so here we go. Today's the day. Controversy, whatever. There is some controversy in the world of coined content and Jesse Pollock from yesterday. This guy, I like him. I think he's doing really good stuff. And I think he made another oopsie here. Dang, bro. I should have your swarm to you today, by the way, cats. And a couple others of you won. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. If you want to check if you're eligible for the Zora airdrop, it's like right here, and I'll drop the address. I want to tell people though, I'll drop a link to this tweet. Everything, click on, at your own whatever. Be responsible. Double check everything. There we go. Oh yeah, not Zeal. Nope. Yeah, dude, not even familiar. Got to be honest. First decks on Caspa. Interesting, dude. Could be a play. Anyway, you can. There's probably other checkers out here. Here's the first one I found today that I used. It did, it worked for me as far as saw how many tokens I'm getting. But you go to the contract address. Like you pull up Etherscan, go to the contract. What field is it? Hang on, let's double check this. Go to number 5. Go to the allocation field, paste in your wallet address, and hit query. You're gonna get a bunch of characters there. I took it, I copy pasted it into Notepad. Delete the last 18 characters, the last 18 digits, and the number you have left is the number of tokens that you're eligible for. So you can check that way. This dude Ultra also built a tool for this. Again, just be careful with what you're clicking. I've not verified any of this stuff. But some of these people I think are reputable enough, and I think he is that. Ultra, I think, is fine. But he built a checker where I think you can just paste in all your wallet addresses at once, and it'll check all of them. And some of you have a lot of wallets, so that might be worth doing. But let's peek at the Zora account, because they've probably put out the official claim site. Oh, maybe they haven't. Hang on. Boss, where did you see that Zora is actually live now? Or if claim is live. Are people actually claiming right now? Let's peek at the base account. Oh, okay. It's trade. Well, so some guys, like base invested in it, or maybe it was even Coinbase, but they invested in Zora, so they probably have pre-sale tokens. Maybe they have some unlocked at the start. Not surprised that it's live in trading. I guess that's the point. But I don't know if the claim is live yet. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Do you guys know if it's an airdrop versus a claim? Cats had asked before. I assumed it's a claim, but maybe it is an airdrop. Zora futures in 6 minutes. Oh, this is going to get spicy. This could be really fun. All right, I like it. Man, I got into a coin yesterday called Content. Content coin. Fucked up my wallet. It kind of did. Like I've got all these like queued transactions, pending transactions. I can't get my funds. I can't do anything. I don't know if it's related to this coin, which is really, it's an interesting coin where if you're up, right? If you're in profits, when you sell it, you pay a fee. If you're down on your purchase, on your buy, you don't pay any fee. It's an experiment in royalties, like following Sam Spratt's Monument game royalty structure, but it's for meme coins. It's really interesting. There's some fun stuff out there. It's getting to be fun time, like people experimenting. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll check in with Zora. I just want to make sure people know that there are sites to check your claims right on the contract. And that claim is probably live very, very, very soon. I hope people eat. And then we'll come back to tokenizing or coining content. Again, there's a chance that we might coin every single one of these shows. There's a chance. If so, I want to be clear about some things. We'll get to that point here. Boy, dude, I'm so bullish on things right now, and you'll laugh maybe, but seeing Scottie Pippen bull posting, this guy, does he run his Twitter account? Because if so, he's a maniac in the best way. in the best way, saying Satoshi Nakamoto visited him in a dream last night. He does this. He tweets like this a lot. It's awesome. Like, we all thought he was a nut at first and just engagement farming, but he's kind of been here. I like it. He's got a video coming with his craziest prediction. He's actually nailed some predictions. I don't know. If it's real, maybe. Is it fun? Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, I dig it. Here we go. We've been looking at this. Look, Tech Dev's got some spicy charts that he puts out there, and often showing Bitcoin price not correlated to M2, not correlated to global money supply, but instead correlated to the liquidity cycle and business cycle. And he's been pointing this out, and he's been hammering this point for months, that we're at the bottom of a business cycle. I think it's the same as the liquidity cycle too, but we have been at the bottom, and historically the bottom. Well, Bitcoin also follows this again, like it does M2. When the business cycle starts trending up, Bitcoin price has very, very, very strong moves up, and it's looking like we're right there now. It's looking like it's lining right up. So bullish stuff, dude, everywhere we look right now, and especially in the past 24, 48 hours. In fact, geez, I mean, past week, it's looking pretty damn spicy. Bitcoin almost at 94K again. I think we touched 95 yesterday. Let me double check. Let's double check. Did we get to 95? No, maybe not. In fact, yeah, I don't think we touched 95. Maybe today. In fact, we have some, not catalysts, but some news coming today. Could be one of those things that pushes us over 95. I told you guys, I thought this week we'd be in the 90Ks. We're here. I don't think us testing 100 is out of the question. Maybe it's a little early for that, but I don't think us testing 100 is crazy. I won't be surprised. So we're kind of racing right back to this. That's our. I mean, look, if we're trying to look for support levels and resistance levels, I think we're testing a really interesting spot when we get to like 95, 96K. I don't know the exact level there, but I won't be shocked. I won't be shocked if we go play around near 100. And then again, in May, I think we're testing all-time highs. Definitely later this year, but I think this stuff is happening right now because there's a lot of good news ahead of us, at least potential news, and it is stuff that moves the market. Look at ETH over 1,800, up over 10%, almost 11% in the past 24 hours. This is that time where ETH could outpace. It could outpace a lot of these other majors. It really could. China, right? China. I mean, yesterday. It was really Sunday. Bitcoin really started that decoupling thing, and now the media is running with that narrative. Bitcoin decoupling from the Nasdaq. Just like Bitcoin. We've been saying it now for a while. Bitcoin is different now. Bitcoin turned 18. It's an adult. It's a different thing. But the media is running with that narrative too now, and things are changing. So yeah, there we go. 94, whatever, 94.3, 94.4 is how high we got. I think we'll see. I think we'll test that 96-ish K area, and maybe we'll touch 100. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's a sell in May and walk away. I don't think this is the time you want to be out. I think this is where we do some price discovery. We go test some of those levels again. And then there's just so many other catalysts here, policy-wise. And trade deals, and right, those are the things that'll really tell us if this is just what is it, a bull trap? I don't think it is. There's so much that's unpredictable. Anyway, let's get through the rest of our coins here. Ripple 229, it's looking good. Solana 152. It's looking great. Now on the ETF side, a monster day yesterday. A monster day. Here's the Bitcoin ETFs, 912 million in inflows, monster day. Easily the best day since January, but this doesn't go that far back. I can't see. It was potentially our best day of the year. I do think we had a day over 1 billion. I'm pretty sure about that, but man, Easily one of our best days this year, but in total, awesome, man. People really looking at Bitcoin as this hedge against other markets, but also like still a good speculative play with a ton of upside. It's a really Bitcoin is really a spicy play right now. Even ETH positive for the first time in weeks, 38.8 million inflows. Again, we'll scroll back, first time since April 4th that we saw inflows here. Dude, this is it. Bitcoin flips Alphabet, becomes the 5th largest asset by market cap. Now next up, somebody's got to make that meme, like the Grim Reaper, like going through doors, killing shit. And it's Nvidia's next. And man, that is okay. If we think Bitcoin's going to 150K or so, right? Nvidia goes down. Let me think here. I think Microsoft goes down too. Does Apple go down? If Bitcoin gets to here, let's peek. Let's peek. Some of these top dogs are gonna go down. Man, it's crazy the numbers we're talking about, right? Bitcoin to 150K. I can't do this math in my head. It's not even hard. I just can't do it. But yeah, some of those big guys are going down, and it's this cycle here. So Nvidia next. Microsoft not far off too. Yeah, now it gets really spicy when we start comparing market cap of Bitcoin to Apple. That's actually doable this cycle too. It really is. Boy, we'll keep our eyes on that. Matt Hogan, great takes like always, man. Bitcoin rallying because they broke the economy. By design, like it feels like on purpose. I don't know. That might be giving them too much credit. The way they'll fix it will make Bitcoin rally harder. I'm so sure about this without being without I would never make a bet on it. It's like an instinct thing. But this is the chief investment officer of Bitwise. What's up, Hoods? Good to see you, man. I feel like somebody like Matt Hogan happens to have some insights, happens to know behind the scenes, like what's the game plan, right? He's probably asking his buddies, right? Like, what's their angle here? What are these guys doing? He probably has an idea of what's happening. I just think he's got an idea. And so when he says things like that, the way they'll fix the economy will make Bitcoin rally harder. I don't think he's talking about the tariffs and trade. I don't think he's talking about all that. I think he's talking about this fundamental change in our monetary policy. And yeah, I think he's talking about much more than just surface level trade war tariff shit. I think he knows. I think he's got an idea of what's coming. Next bull run, cutie, not this one, huh? I still look at the Stables Act, the Genius, all these things. That's what will on-ramp so many billions and billions. And I know to flip those, we're talking trillions. But I'm with you. But, I think that's safe to say by the next bull run, it flips those. That said, you got to still think too, if this change is coming with the value of money or the cost of goods, those other companies' value probably goes up too. But yeah, okay. So these predictions, short term, next couple months, Bitcoin continues to cook. I think that's what we're looking at here. But the trade deals, we live and die by that right now. It's kind of all that matters right now. Apparently, White House. Well, we should assume wheeling and dealing, right? But apparently, meeting with 34 countries this week to negotiate new deals. Great. 18 deals already on paper, not signed, but proposals. We'll take it. India, one of the big ones here. Those terms being finalized. There was a report that they're going to levy these 12% tariffs on steel imports, which I think has a direct impact with their relationship with China. It's interesting. This stuff's getting serious and will impact the market. Already is. But I'll tell you what I think is not priced in right now is any of these stuff, any of these stories. What? Where do I get that, cutie? What's not priced in right now is any of this stuff actually being signed and implemented and like seeing positive reaction to this. I still think what you're seeing price action wise is people being cautious. And we're at 93K. This is not normies in. This is not retail like full throttle back in and FOMO went into this and chasing and minds unlocked and people realizing, you know, what Bitcoin is. It's not what's happening now. Nothing is priced in. In fact, the only thing that's priced in is probably still some fear. Some. And then, man, Trump's been really inconsistent. This is what he does. But talking about tariffs with China, saying they won't be as high as 145%. They'll come substantially down. They won't be zero, though. But we've no details there. And also saying that he has no intention to fire Jerome Powell. So, like, backtracking on everything he says, everything. And this is what you have to expect with Trump. And I hope everybody knew this already, but what he says, he doesn't mean. And here's what's tricky. Some of the things he says, he does mean, but because he says everything about everything always and flip-flops and plays all sides of it, you never know which of the things he actually means in which he's playing a game. There was an analogy. People that work for him said he's like having a squirrel trapped in a room and trying to corner him, and you never know what way he's going to go. And it's like, that's partially by design, and partially, I think he just kind of goes by his gut, his instinct in the moment. Good and bad. Good and bad. Pablos, here is, and I'll you could scroll up in the chat. I'll drop it here. I'll drop it here. Basically, and I want you to verify this on your own, right? Like, I'm just going to drop the link, and it's on you if you know click it, but verify it. I think these are legit. I used this morning. Actually, hang on. Let me even double check it right now. There's no connecting the wallet, by the way. So just a heads up about that. Let me double check this. I want to make sure this is the Zora token. I don't know if that is. Hang on. Or if this is like a little app that somebody made. Pablos, here you go. You can check this this link. Basically, you're going to this contract, you're going to the query field, or you're going to the allocation field, pasting in your wallet address and hitting query. It's going to give you a big long set of numbers. Delete the last 18 digits, and whatever number you're left with is your allocation. And then separately, we found another guy that dropped a checker, and I'll drop that as well. And then from here on, I won't run through it. I'll just drop the links in the chat. Hang on, where'd that other checker go? Somebody has that handy and wants to drop it. It would be sweet, but otherwise, no biggie. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here's the other link. This is a guy that's got, I think, a decent enough reputation here. Okay, this guy's built a tool. Again, click it your own. You know, you click if you vetted it, but you can check multiple wallet addresses that way. But yeah, but Trump backtracking again. This is on, firing Jerome Powell. So here again, all over the place, saying Powell's moving slow, thinking of his successor, saying he's going to be out of there, studying if he can fire Powell, calling Powell a loser, now saying no intention to fire Powell. It's I'm sure Trump gets talked to and told he's fucking things up. And if so, he just know he can change his mind, his words whenever he wants. So we don't know. But the market likes what it's hearing right now at the very least. And oh, okay. This was updated, by the way. We heard that Trump is meeting. Wow, that's not true. Okay. Well, we'll just skip it then. We heard he's going to meet with the president of China here next month. Not happening. That's not true. And in fact, this we did hear from Scott Bessent saying the negotiations with China would be a slog. So that is going to be, dude. Yeah, Zora. Look, I'll tell you what. The way my mind, I think, has been changed with Zora, I think more and more people's minds are going to be changed. I think I was not for fungible tokens for content. I think I am now. I think I am. I maybe personally just want to host the spaces and we talk about it because I want to be really clear with some stuff. Like, right, if I tokenize this show, it's a Crypto Slam show. Token, any fees, anything, it's Crypto Slam. It's not mine. It's like not, how do I say this in the right way? It's not like me, Hudah, personally endorsing it. I love it, of course, but I'm just saying that is not my token. Separately, any of my content I'll tokenize too. Because again, I'm thinking of tokenizing everything. Anything I do personally, very much I'll treat it like mine. And I'm definitely thinking about doing whitelists. Yeah, it would be awesome, Cats. Yeah. Dude, tonight I've got my daughter got this top scholar thing at her school. We've got like a really cool dinner thing for her tonight, which is awesome. And I think Friday my son has like a graduation ceremony thing dinner. Otherwise, I want it to be in the evening so we can really talk about it. But anyway, yeah. So, Cutie, the debate was doing NFT versus fungible token. And again, I didn't get the fungible token thing. I just didn't make sense. I didn't think the creator captures enough value. I think I'm wrong. Even if in theory you can make more on NFTs up front, in the long run, I'm not sure. And I still think fungible tokens does the same thing. This is all about breaking the system we have right now in a good way. That we think just because a token exists, it should be worth a lot. No, they should be worth fractions of pennies for the most part. So just put out a ton. And all it is a bet on attention. And it is, what I realized is I think it's the best way if you like to speculate and gamble and you're good with gambling on attention, it's a great way to do it. But yeah, boss, definitely. Like, right, if I tokenize Chain Reactor shows, not a me token. Right, no part of it. Again, any fees that are raised, any it mints you 1% of the supply. Any supply that's it's Crypto Slams, as it should be. And then any I do will be mine. And I'll make sure that's very clear on each, right? But we're definitely considering minting these shows. Again, yesterday I didn't love the idea. Today I think I'm all on board. Let me race through our stories too, because I do think that's a good. I think it's good we riff on that a bit. Anyway, dude, Paul Atkins officially sworn in yesterday. Moonship, yes, exactly. It's a ton. And so why, like anybody would say, why would I buy it, right? Because you're going to have another token tomorrow. In fact, I would have 2 tokens a day, 1 billion supply. I would have 2 billion tokens minted a day. It sounds stupid, right? I get stupid. And so I'm going through this thought exercise. Why would anybody do that? And then I start thinking, I'm like, again, it's human nature. Human nature, meaning if you watch the show and participate and you want to roll the dice on it at a tiny market cap, $100, $1,000 market cap, whatever. If you think that show, for whatever reason, has a chance of getting more attention, just knowing that other people think the same, that if they think it can go higher, they're probably going to buy it. As many options as there are out there that they can do that on, if they think they can make a little bit of money, they might buy it. They probably will. Again, it's one of those things that it just is what it is. Just like I said earlier in the show, when vibes are good, when the market's up, more people watch the show and engage with the show. It's just human nature. You're paying more attention. We know how people will act. I know when the market is up, views go up, engagement goes up. I also know if people think that they can make money in a coin, they'll buy it. And sometimes it's not a little bit of money. It's a lot of money. Like you buy a coin at 1,000 market cap and it goes to a 10,000, 20,000. You in theory, make a lot of money. I know people will bet on it. And then, this is where we can get into some interesting stuff of if we mint every show, well, if today's show happens to have a killer whitelist, well, you have to buy the whitelist in today's token. Every show is that opportunity to be driven higher because maybe there's a moment that really catches and goes viral. Maybe. Every so often we have that. Every so often we have an episode that gets thousands and thousands of views. Maybe you have a big guest on. It brings their audience. They want to collect it to be a part of that show. Just have their little memento of the show. Maybe you bet on those. Again, there's people have this interest there. That's why we'll talk about it, Moonship, because I was right where you were. I thought it devalues the creator, like overexposes them. You know what I mean? Like just too much. I was there, and I flipped now. Because again, I think it's we put too much value on every one specific thing. And I don't think we need to. I think you can be like, okay, it is what it is. Everyone's going to have a million tokens. And it's all about just, what do you think? Does this one have the potential to go up at the time I would be buying it? If you don't think so, don't buy it. Maybe tomorrow's, try to get that at the start, or maybe just wait. And you're just picking whatever show you think has that opportunity. And there's so many shows, you're going to have so many opportunities. But it's literally just people making that bet if they think they can make money. All in the meantime, this little byproduct of it is the creator does earn some fees. It's interesting. That's where my head's at now with it. Well, I didn't love the idea of all infinite tokens, right? Because then who would buy it? And then I just go back to, well, people do. They do buy stuff if there's upside. And it's always the upside. It's always determined. It's based on the timing of it. And, a couple other factors. It's pretty interesting. But like Moonship, I did an episode over the weekend, just as an experiment. Didn't even push it. I still owe everybody a tweet too, breaking down fees versus others. And I think when I tweet that, it might get a bid, meaning the people who have it probably goes up. And personally, when I get whitelists to give away, for the show, and I usually get an allocation for like my, my communities, I will definitely be giving those to holders of that token, right? So there's just things you can do in individual episodes to make it maybe worthwhile. It's a cool experiment. And I think the longer people sit with it, the more they'll be like, fuck it. Why not? It's more like that. Like, why not? Okay, let's focus. Let me focus. Sorry, guys. Paul Adkins sworn in yesterday. First remarks as chairman of the SEC. Let's play this. 50 seconds. Let's play it. Okay, sorry. Juggling some audio stuff here.
Our securities laws.
There we go.
Our securities laws and regulations are applied and advance clear rules of the road that encourage investment in our economy to the benefit of Americans. A top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach. We will work to ensure that the United States is the best and most secure place in the world to invest and to do business. So, Mr. President, again, thank you very much for your graciousness and extending such a warm welcome to my family and me today in this storied room. I look forward to working with you, with colleagues in your administration, and with Congress to advance your agenda to bolster the economy and build on U.S. leadership of the global markets. So,
and it'll be very, very crypto focused. Very crypto focused. Can't wait. Now, there's some other reasons people gained a little confidence in the market yesterday. Word that the Fed's going to step in if there's a downturn, so supporting this market, interest rates, money printing, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. They're aware of it. They have tools at their disposal to deal with this. Now, I mentioned this morning there is a local catalyst here, at least local like news that could move the market. Could. And that's Bessent speaking this morning. 10 a.m., I'm assuming that's 10 a.m. Eastern time, so in about 30 minutes, guys. Watch the market. I don't imagine he's going to say anything that actually like hurts us. If anything, I imagine he's going to say stuff that, again, gives people some confidence in the market. Could be interesting. Maybe this is where we go test that 96-ish K level. We'll see. But man, like we say often, you need to watch what people are doing, what people are betting on, where they're betting. And man, it's big time in crypto. Big time in crypto. Huge bets. Cantor, Tether, and Bitfinex are creating a multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin acquisition vehicle. Coming together to buy billions in Bitcoin. Billions. This will become normal as it can be. Kind of the strategy, right? Companies that are just, their goal is acquiring Bitcoin. Again, some of these guys see what Bitcoin can be, and it's, like they look crazy. To a lot of people, they look crazy, but they look at Bitcoin as something these others don't. And man, that's where your opportunity always is, when you see something that most people do not. And if you have conviction in it, that's where you make the most money. And in fact, I can tie that right back to Zora and the content coins. Most people still do not see that. They look at it as like this devaluing, watering down. And again, for me, it flipped. I'm like, I think I see it. It's maybe not the consensus take out there yet. It will be. Even Elon from Pump Fun said, we'll be there in a few years. We're not there now. I agree with him. But I think the sooner you actually do it, the sooner you get there. Besant seems to be the level-headed. Yeah, he had some weird tweets the other day, though, too. But yeah, I mean, I guess. I just don't believe anything any of them say. I'll say that at least. But again, market likes all this. Market loves all this. Guys, I mean, Fart Coin's back over $1 billion. Even Cerebro up 2x. 3x. Cerebro's up 3x, and I kind of... Look, I've said I think Cerebro's dead. Yeah, and even dead coins can 2, 3, 4x and more. A lot of these coins are going to come back, and most people don't think they will. I think a lot of them will. Especially on the AI side. I think a lot of these coins come back hard. And we're back to predictions about Bitcoin price, right? Back to 125, 150K, 200K, right? Like, we're back to talking about that. I'm right there too. I'm right there. And man, when that happens, all the things that we think are in the past and that we're moved past we're not. Scams will come back, rugs. NFTs are going to come back. Not saying those are scams, rugs, but just saying it's all coming back. Meme coins coming back. All of it's coming back. Sahil will come back. Dude, some really, really interesting stuff from Sahil. I need to watch the CoffeeZilla interview. I didn't see it on his YouTube, and maybe I just need to look. Maybe he's got a second channel, like I'm sure he does. But Sahil, man, okay. Interview with CoffeeZilla, talking about all the scam coins that he's launched. Hang on real quick, guys. You know. All right. Sorry, I thought that might take a little longer. Kid stuff. Okay. I want you guys to hear this. I want you to hear that the scammers are here. The scammers are never going away. Well, until they're locked up in jail. And then insert next scammer. Sahil is back. Showing off his scams. And bragging about him. Like showing like receipts and everything too. This is 2.5 minutes. I don't think we play the whole thing, but I want you to see like what these guys are. And just be aware that shit is coming back full throttle.
Alex just said it. I scammed Machi for $250,000. So yeah, that's the peak. How did you get on?
It's worth noting, even the scammers are getting scammed. Machi Big Brother, Sahil scammed him, like directly scammed him, which I don't hate that. I don't know.
For a $250,000. Oh, that's the absolute top. And I literally I did all of that in like 3 hours. Yeah. How'd you scam him? That's very easy. So he said, I was talking to him on Instagram for quite time, like back and forth. And then he's just randomly texted me this one day when Cardi B dropped her coin. And she was like, and he literally went berserk with me and he's like, yo, you just did WAP. It's the next big shit. So like, you should totally run that shit to like $1 billion. That's like the only coin that needs to go to $1 billion. And I was like, Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool. I agree with you. I mean, yeah, it's my biggest launch ever. And he's like, hop on FaceTime. And we spoke on FaceTime. And he's like, can you do an OTC? Like, can you sell it? And I can. And then he's like, all right, perfect. We fix the price and everything.
It's too long. I don't want to play the whole thing. TLDR. Yeah. Yep. That's Sahil. You guys have heard his name. That's Sahil. So TLDR, he got Machi to send him money. He's like, sent him $250,000 for an OTC deal, right? I'll sell you X number of tokens for $250,000. But he took the $250,000, didn't send him tokens because he didn't launch this coin, I guess, apparently, like that specific one. But he did launch a ton. So he showed off all these other ones, like the Jason Derulo, whatever his name, I didn't think the Caitlyn Jenner one was a rug. I could be wrong. Iggy Azalea, there was an Iggy scam coin, and then she's got her real, mother coin. Travis Barker, Soulja Boy, 50 Cent, all these scam coins. He's showing all of it, dude. He's showing his messages. He's showing these people's phone numbers. Crazy. And this shit, man, if Gensler was good for anything, dude, Choina, I need to learn how to make memes because I could just superimpose the guy who owes me a node monk right on that. I'm waiting. The one thing I'm waiting for with that node monk, this guy's releasing a collection at some point, meaning I'll know he'll have made money. And if it doesn't happen then it's public. Maybe it's too late then, but I don't know. At this point, it's still like either I say nothing and hope it happens, or I say something and then it probably doesn't happen. Like almost definitely doesn't happen. I don't know. I want that goddamn node monk. Say that. Anyway, scammers here. Scammers are here. They're not gone. And dude, what do you think of this? Mika interviews the scammers Bark and the other guy's name is Meta. You know who I'm talking about, guys? The not Doginals, right? Is it Doginals? Like they're widely known as scammers. And Mika gets him on a podcast, and people are giving her shit for this. I don't know how I feel about that. Right? Like person who makes content getting shitty people on, like Andrew Tate and Pauly. Like I've had Pauly on my show. You know what I mean? I've had Pauly on my show. I don't know. I still don't think Pauly's a scammer, but he's like, even if you look at his pond, decks, I made money on it. You mine it, and you earn, and even if it took a while, I got it all. I was up pretty big on that. I don't know if it's wrong to give these guys a platform. I'm not sure. But like I got thinking about that because somebody in the comments did mention Pauly and like giving these people shit. But I do want to play this clip because I do think I was worried this was just pure engagement, right? And it is for sure. This is what she does. I'm not saying that's bad. But she actually called him out on their shit.
One of the biggest rumors is that your team bought Kanye West's account. Did you have anything to do with that? There are so many questions that people are too afraid to ask you. Why do a lot of people not like you or trust you?
Everyone has an agenda and an angle.
Give us the tea right now.
No, I'll give you the tea. I mean,
how are you going to talk about the cabal when you're literally the cabal?
Where's Shilling Village?
I know for a fact that is a scammer.
I always hear like the cabal. Who is the cabal?
You cannot leak this.
I will not leak this. Just because a token goes up and a token goes down doesn't mean it's a scam.
You're literally an industry plant.
If anyone's an industry plant, it's you. Everybody has these heroes in Web3, but where are they now?
Is it or is it not true that you have scammed your whole community?
I'm not going to answer that. We out, bro. We out.
Are you serious? Is this how you do business?
So, okay, I don't know what's real. Soulja Boy CA website isn't a rug. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I never know with people. I'm a bad judge of character. I am. I got great spidey sense, and I'm a bad judge of character. Because I'm too glasses half full. I don't know if I always used to be like that, but I just assume everybody's good, which is not good. So I always assume if something bad happens, it was a fuck up, a misunderstanding, like, right? Even somebody like SBF, I'm like, it just got out of hand. It wasn't good, but I don't think he meant to. Like, I do that with everybody. Interesting. These guys walked out. She asked the question. They walked out on her. And I don't think that was fake because they continue in the replies here. I don't know. Like even, I can tell you even doing content, and especially when I did like, Mike Bennett, we're definitely having fun, man. So even when I did the afternoon show with Henry and Joe, like we'd go at each other, right? Especially Henry and Joe. We go at each other. We like when you're making content, you're trying to make it engaging. And so we'd go after each other a little extra because, it's like, because you just know. And so I question everything, even something like this, them walking off. Is it scripted? Right? Is it scripted? Is it like half real, but it's like just, leaning into it, making it seem like extra whatever? I don't know this shit. I'll probably be watching parts of that. We'll see. But whatever. These guys have never shaken that reputation that they're scammers for whatever reason. Man, now I did think we're past this, but people still calling Ripple a security or a scam or what? You know what I mean? Like, but that's not gone. This is interesting. Oregon's Attorney General suing Coinbase, actually claiming that Ripple is an unregistered security. Why? That's so weird. We're not past that. These are just some final points. We're going to get to NFTs. And then Klaus Schwab from the WEF. We were looking at this earlier in the week, right? Dude, I miss those shows. I really want to get an afternoon show. Just a one-off, because that was the whole, that was the point. The goal was always, it was the afternoon show goes on break to focus on this show. The goal was not, the goal was not, to replace that afternoon show with the Swarm Report. I like the Swarm Report, but it was to double down on this, able to promote this and make the content around it. And I missed the afternoon show. Anyway, I still want one-off afternoon shows when we can, and maybe it comes back at some point full force. But anyway, Klaus Schwab, we're wondering what happened there. Yes, I guess he had announced his resignation previously, just not the date. But now we have like investigations into financial misconduct and private in-house massages. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then finally, on the crypto front, CZ meeting with Malaysia's prime minister to discuss, bringing crypto and blockchain. You gotta love it. Man, it's like there's so many reasons that crypto is, there's so many reasons, just so many reasons crypto is about to explode here. And it's from the speculative side of it to the like adoption side of it and the type of adoption. It's absolutely crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. All right, let's look at the NFT market here yesterday. Boy, not great. Not bad. Midday, 12.7 mil in cross-chain sales. Sellers are up. Buyers are down. Just a couple hundred buyers. Transactions down slightly. Trade profits getting close to that mil in the negative level again. Yes, sir, Mike. Dude, spot on. Dude, spot on. Top collections move in this market here. Wow. Okay, D-Market on top here. Where the hell did Courtyard go? Interesting. All the way down to 12. Curious. D-Market on top, followed by CryptoPunks, Guardian Heroes, Pudgy Penguins, SMB, Shan Haijing, not familiar. Guardian Avatars, Milady, Sorare, a couple other shout-outs, Bored Apes, Courtyard again, Little Pudgies, GVC. Looking okay. And then, CryptoPunks on the move. CryptoPunks on the move. Top sale here, it's Punk number 2301, selling for 134 ETH. It's $233,000. Damn. Wow, top 14 is all punks. All punks. Look at that. Watching that, man. Dude, Hoods would love it. I would love it. Whether it's the spaces or it's right here on video, like I'm open to that. Absolutely. I'm gonna guess that's an X copy. I'm not positive, but maybe we'll peek for that. But some big sales, more sticker sales too, guys. Those Telegram Pudgy stickers and the Bored Ape stickers and all, some numbers there. $3,000 for cool blue Pudgy number 3. I think, I still think you get the whole set, not just one sticker. You get they're minted in sets, like 10, 15 stickers, and I think you buy the entire pack of them, not one. I'm not positive, but man, we're watching out for that. Ledger's got a Pudgy Penguin partnership coming here soon. Limited edition Ledger physical. What model is that? Oh, Flex. Yeah. Flex model, but Pudgy Penguin themed. That is awesome looking. That's awesome looking. Yeah, really cool. Really, really cool. Love to see that. Abstract, for you gamers out there, announced Abstract Games kicks off on May 5th. So in like a week and a half here. Multi-day tournament, massive prizes, XP, badges, tickets available to what? Participate or to watch? Interesting. We'll get details on that in 2 days here, but I like that. Dude, it's about to get really fun here. Luca does not. No, man. Luca's a different guy. I like it. I'm so bullish on Abstract. So bullish. And even Abstract streaming. Little controversy here. By the way, Roth, let's see you over on Abstract. Good morning, man. Controversy over here. Someone made a 6.9 ETH tip. Massive, dude. I mean, that's the biggest tip we've seen on Abstract so far. It's fucking awesome. But you better believe people are picking that apart. It's such a big number. Look, people question a lot of the tips over there. Some of it is wash trading, kind of, right? People washing money through the tip system. That's happening for sure. Some of it's XP farming, all that, right? This one's a little strange. I don't think there's anything shady here, but it's just strange because that person that got that tip's an Abstract employee or former employee. So yeah, I don't think they tipped themselves. I actually think it was totally legit. But also, yeah, I mean, yeah, this girl, she works for Abstract. I don't think it's fake. Some people are saying, yeah, it's like a coordinated like marketing thing. I don't think so. I think that's just some dude sees girl streamer. It's got lots of money. Like that happens, and that happens a lot. And the bigger Abstract gets, the more often we'll see that. People get really generous with their money. The more they have, like the bigger that looks like. But people get very generous with tips. It happens. And so I'm not surprised to see that. We'll see a lot more of that. I don't think there's anything shady there. At all. Nice little write-up here. Yeah, that's interesting about tips, actually. Especially if we do no taxes on tips. That's actually very interesting here, right? Oh boy, hadn't thought of that. Yeah, write up of why Pudgies and Pangu are going to cook. As simple as GCR predicted that Pangu could be a monster of a token. I see the same thing as him too. This is in like a really long time frame, like we're talking a decade out. Doge was the most potent meme of the past decade. Pangu could be the next one. I agree. I say this and I believe this to my core. I believe this, that Pangu's going to flip Sheev. Well, like deep down, I believe it has even more potential. I think Pangu can be one of the top meme coins. Period. Like really, yeah. Flipping Sheev, yes. On par with Doge, I really do think so. It has that kind of potential. Obviously, doesn't mean it's going to happen. But does it have the potential to do that? Do we think we'll see other coins hit $100 billion market cap? Yeah, I definitely do. I think we'll see a few that hit 100 billion. And if so, why wouldn't it be Pangu? If it's fake, why would they do it all in one tip and not spread it out? Because I think the point of it was attention, right? But I mean, again, somebody on the Abstract team wouldn't. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Not Mike. I don't know about that. That's no tax on tips beyond service workers. Not sure. We'll just live in fantasy land and pretend it does. But again, I agree with them here. I think Pangu's one of the best bets out there. Period. Especially as down as it is right now. I think Pangu's got like, sounds nuts, but like, what's Pangu market cap? Like 150 mil, 200 mil. Pangu's got like stupid upside. Okay, I'm sorry. It's 500 mil almost. Let's just say 500 mil. I mean, Pangu's got Pangu's got easy 10x upside. Pengu's like as big as Pengu is, it has 20 and 30x upside. It does. That's pretty nuts, but Pengu absolutely has that kind of potential. And out of like all the tokens out there, it's one I'd probably make a big bet on. Oh, damn, dude. Nice. Really nice. Yeah. To me, looks like a winner. Hey, Nate Alex has something coming today, which is cool, which is really cool. Inspired by a few things out there. One of those things being natives, right? If you guys remember Nate Alex, he's awesome. He's a must follow. Like NFT OG, awesome guy. Would love to get him on the show sometime. Give Nate a follow. He's really fucking great. Made chain faces and squiggly WTF, just like OG NFT collector, trader, whatever. So he's got something new coming today after, I mean, he disappears for months at a time, which is a bummer. But something coming today. We'll get details on it today. Don't expect like a ton of financial upside. That said, like he does draw a bit of an audience, so people might come speculate on his shit, but his stuff is usually contract art. Right? Just like interesting, innovative things you could do on chain, and he just plays. So that's what he does in there. So there might be some upside on it. I like him. I don't know if I'll participate in this, but putting on your radar because he's a good dude and he does cool stuff. So check that out. Magic Eden with an announcement yesterday. Some EVM updates. 0.5% EVM fees like that. They made everything faster. Redesigned their homepage. I like that. What is this? Tracking NFTs on your favorite EVM chains. Is there any like visuals here? Nah. But I like that. But also, there was some FUD around their season 1 token airdrop. Yeah, cats, man, exactly. Season 1. Okay, FUD from people who staked their ME tokens, maybe didn't trade, still thought they would get some decent rewards, and they didn't. And there were some other scenarios here where people, again, didn't get the drop they thought they would get. And it rubbed people the wrong way when they saw other people get massive airdrops. Massive. Like people were made thousands. Some people got more ME tokens than they even have staked, which is cool. But in their Discord, they are addressing it. They're going to go back and actually like drop some more tokens for season 1 stakers. They're going to do. I like the Magic Eden team a lot. They're going to make this right however they can here. So more tokens coming to more people. They'll make the rules more clear going forward. For season 2, like if you stake alone and you don't trade, you're not getting anything. It sounds like, but staking plus trading should be pretty spicy. But yeah. Yeah, again, some people, they staked and left it alone. I would think that should be enough. I really do. I really do. But we'll see. We'll see. They're making it right. A little OpenSea update. It's not an update, but I just want to point out like a new scam that's going on. DK tweeting this out yesterday. So TLDR here. Cutie over on the abstract side. Cool shit. So, DK said somebody is minting NFTs, and when you mint it, you can tie in another account, like mention somebody, a co-creator, a co-owner. And when they do that, it makes it look like they're actually minting the NFT. So somebody's doing that with DK and minting all these NFTs over on Base, and it looks like it's actually DK minting them. So just be aware of that. If you see an artist or someone that you follow and you see them minting new NFTs, and like they didn't announce it, you know what I mean? Like if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So yeah, be aware that is a new-ish kind of scam out there. So yeah, be careful. All right, not NFT related, but I think this is kind of interesting. Dude, there is a sculpture going for sale, I think at Christie's. Let me double check here. Sotheby's. This sculpture is being auctioned at Sotheby's. Dude, it's expected to fetch $70 million. $70 million. Like, past couple years in NFTs hasn't been great. And so sometimes it's easy to lose track of how much collectibles and art, are worth potentially. We see it here and there, right? We see an NFT go for $3 million, like The Monument game, not the Monument game, the Masquerade, $3 million. You're like, Jesus, dude, wow. And you forget that in the traditional art world, that's not like unusual. And then you got to think, you got to go back and question, like, do you still believe that digital art is going to gain that same footing that traditional art has over years? And if you do, you got to remember the kind of prices that some of that sees. We're not talking about a couple $1,000s and a couple, tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands. We're talking in many, many, many tens of millions. And then if we start playing out that scenario that we talk about often, the value of things changing, the amount of money people have changes, period of abundance coming, you start realizing there's more money and more people are going to go look for, because you have everything. You have to start looking for what can you get that nobody else has. It's going to come back to collectibles and art at prices that'll blow away everything we've seen before. That's how I see it. So $70 million for this sculpture. And I think one day we're going to start seeing stuff in NFTs, probably decades down the road. But some of these NFTs are going to start getting some prices that maybe look similar. And it won't be crazy at that point. Cutie, I saw you over there. It's so cool. Yeah, welcome to the abstract side. Hell, we have I said this incorrectly on the show yesterday. I thought this was the CEO of DeepSeek, but it's not. It's DeepMind. But I'm pretty sure he talks about this same thing, this like era of abundance. I'm pretty sure he talks about that. Let me check here. Talking about AGI coming in 5 to 10 years. Yep. Hang on. Do I have the tab up? Yeah, I do. Okay. If it's not in this thread, he definitely talked about it. And I think it was in this interview too. Yeah, I don't think it's here. But again, he does talk about it. He talks about the same thing, era of abundance. Is live stream on abstract kind of dead as far as like engagement over there? Yeah, sometimes it's pretty slow, especially like right around now, pretty slow. And I don't do any favors by like not doing a good thumbnail. It captures like the first second of your stream, and that's like what it plays. So for me, it's just that, chain reactor image. Dude, remember back in the day, we hit number one. We used to hang around 2 and 3. I need to push again. This is where I wish there was that extra time to be able to really push this stuff, like really push it the way it needs to go. I want it, man. Man, geez. I need like an extra 4 hours a day. I will maybe finish on a little more about Zora. So a little more about things that are, changing my mind with it. That said, it's Jesse got himself in some hot water. It's definitely more competitive. It's more competitive. There's more streamers there, and there's some good ones. And then the top streamers, there's definitely guys who have their stuff botted. But if you notice the top streamers, people do. This is not the kind of content for the most part people want, right? Like your crypto bro, they've got their shows they watch, and yeah, this is not the best content if you want to get, be competitive and reach a bigger audience. You need to pick like a thing. So you see the top streamers are playing a game. And often they're not from the States. There's like Russian streamers, and like they're from all over, right? And so they get their there's very few of those kind of streamers in crypto, so there's a lot of like concentrated viewership there. I think it's how I read it, at least right now. But yeah, like a crypto morning show is not the thing. I've been thinking a lot about this. Like I've been thinking a lot about that. This is not the format of a show if you want to grow. I think it's I think it needs to be different. I think it needs to be a different kind of show coming up here. Like not a morning stream, but instead like multiple 10, 15-minute videos a day that aren't live either. It's like the takes that we do. It's those takes, but uploaded throughout the day, 10, 15 minutes. And I love the live streams. They're the best, but I think those are the kind of videos that grow less than this, or I'm sorry, more than this. Damn hoods. Some alpha, got to stream it on YouTube or Arena. Interesting. Yeah, what I would wait. See me where on Arena? We're talking that Avalanche platform like SocialFi. Anyway, let me hit this real quick. Jesse from Base, dude, this gets a little shitty. I think, dude, I don't think he minted this. He at least reposted it though. Somebody took a screenshot of a girl on a dating app, DM'd her, took a screenshot of the DM with her photo, and they minted it. And look, I like, no, maybe he did mint it. Oh no, somebody else did. He kind of promoted it. A lot of Web 2 streamers on Arena. Again, so it is the Avalanche one. Okay. But okay, so if there's Web 2 streamers over there, is there a crypto audience? Is there people who watch this kind of thing? I'm telling you, I think I'm right about the type of content. Like, I think I'm right about the content needs to be these 10-ish, 15-minute videos. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, this is not cool. Yeah, consensus. Like the fucking crypto Twitter thinks is not cool. Putting a girl's picture on chain and making money off of it. I think that's the part that rubs people the wrong way. Interesting. I'll try it out, cutie. I don't think I'll be able to set up in time for tomorrow, but I'm telling you, like, I love this show and I love hanging with you guys. It's the best. I don't think this show format is the thing that can grow. Without this show getting a big old buff, which I would love to do, but like every other morning show, it's a team, right? Like it's so much work that goes into it. None of these other morning shows, at least that I know of, are a solo stream, one person researching, making the graphics, all those morning shows, and they're big, multiple people focused on biz dev, people focused on research, people focused on the social media, right? Like, I don't think this thing as is works unless, and here's the big old X factor, just doing like the streamer method on and talking works if you do it for like 4 or 5 hours. I think that works too. I do think there's an audience for that. And so, boss, yeah, because things have changed. The way that X or video platforms, the way they push your content is how long people are watching. So if I have an hour video and people tune in for 5 or 10 minutes and then they're kind of out, it hurts the reach of the video. If I have a 10-minute video and people make it through 5 minutes of it, it gets pushed more, right? 10 to 15, 20, 30 at most is like the goal. So again, I am thinking a lot about there not being a live show in the morning. I hate changing the format, but it's like I have to work with what I have. I'm thinking instead of the live show, like 3-ish, 10, 15, 20-minute videos a day. I sit here and I basically record the takes like we do here live, but record them, upload them, and do it a few times a day. And then I'll still work in live streams during the week, and I'll still do the weekend ones. But again, if I want this thing, Chain Reactor, whatever, to have more reach, I think the format does have to change. Yeah, dude, Jesse got fucking brutalized over this. And again, I think rightfully so. I think it was stupid of him to put out there. I think it was stupid. But on Zora, again, we'll see our airdrops. We'll see how that looks. Heidi's, yeah, see, and I like that too, and I don't want to lose it. Heidi's over on Abstract saying, like, interacting with comments. Like, most shows don't do that. He's right. And I get that comment a lot from people that's one of the things they like about the show, maybe the thing they like the most. And I always said, it's like you guys are the co-host. It's literally an our show thing. So that works. But again, then that works not in an hour time frame. That works if I stream 4 or 5 hours. And again, I would love to do that. I would love to just do streaming and just make it hours. We like a typical streamer, and you engage with the comments the whole time. So that would work too. It's either one or the other, though. Like, this show is kind of a middle ground, and it doesn't satisfy the people who want short, compact, like, info. And it doesn't satisfy the people who want the longer, more engaging thing. It's just, it doesn't scratch either itch. I gotta remember Cryptos Are Us. I gotta remember which he is. Let me peek. Crypto Are Us. So you got to peek if it's like a solo dude. I'm going to put him on. Oh, yeah, yeah. He looks like just a solo dude, right? How long does he
So as
stream?
soon as there's some kind of agreement and the tariffs are lifted,
Let me see. Oh, he does like 30 minutes. So that also works too. I think even shortening it up. And if he's a great TA guy, so there's a whole other thing too. If he's like Bitcoin focused, it just matters the focus. Doing NFT stuff here actually hurts. Like it actually hurts like reach and engagement. I see guys that just focus on Ripple and like the mainstream, really mainstream cryptos. Those are like engagement hacks. If you do just Sheeb and Doge and Pepe and Ripple and Bitcoin, like do that, and then you cover like the high level macro news, like also works. But yeah, this show, the fact that it focuses kind of a lot on NFTs, again, there's a bunch of things that I'm doing wrong. Is George Cryptos R Us? I'll check out. I'll get Arena set up this week. I'm down for that for sure. And dude, especially the weekend show, like my show, I'll definitely do it for that. Yeah, the other part too is just time in the game. Like I've been streaming we're coming up in a few months on 2 years. Some of these guys are 5 years in, whatever. Like there's a timing thing. You gotta pay. You gotta put your time in. And I've never done this show in a bull market. So this thing coming up will be the first bull market the show's been in, and the audience will definitely grow there. So I want to make sure the show is the right format for when that time happens. Again, it's either long stream and I wish it was both, but long stream or shorter pre-recorded videos. Yeah, I really think it's one or the other. And with the shorted pre-recorded videos, that also means during the week some live streams too. So that's fucking nuts, boss. Damn, dude. But yeah, competing, like doing an hour morning show, and I'm competitive, plenty competitive. An hour morning live stream versus other ones that have like influence, big names that tweet a lot and have people who work on their team too. Like something like Modern Market's a good example. It's 3, 4, 5 people who all are researching and all are contributing and all are tweeting and all, like it's a very much a team thing. Or like FOMO Hour, again, same thing. Tyler, Farouk, Mando, all tweet, have their own things, all contribute. And then on top of that, they have a team that does like the content stuff and the production and all that. Like none of them are doing just the solo thing, other than maybe this, Cryptos R Us. These things were just the morning streamer thing. That's different. Those could be a one-man show. I'm not sure. I have to look at more of his content, but fucking it yeah. Yeah, a lot of these things, like even look at like a Mario Nafal, or like a Marty Party. These guys that it's one account tweeting, it's a whole team. So smart, but like a lot of these big accounts, it's a team of people. The other wait, what's that, boss? What's happening to the other Crypto Slam YouTuber? Who is that? I don't know who that is. Are you talking about Chris? I'm trying to think of who that is. Oh, is that Biggie? Biggie and Nifty? Oh, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Oscar. You're talking about Oscar. Yeah, Oscar. Yeah. Okay, dude, he's great. And by the way, he's the guy where I'm really trying, like, understanding how, like, what the model is. again, like Oscar, when I was given that example of what works in like mainstream crypto, he's that guy. He talks Ripple every day. Same Ripple, 5 times a day, 10-minute, 15-minute things about Ripple. And then he does live streams too. He'd definitely come on. But like, yeah, that was a different thing. He's not a Crypto Slam employee. He had a kind of contract to be in like this SlamX thing. And I think the whole SlamX thing is kind of redesigned. I don't know if he's still like a SlamX contributor, like Nate Geraci is, right? Nate Geraci does his podcast and it's part of the Crypto Slam, SlamX, content umbrella. I still think that idea is being like formalized. So I don't know if Oscar's still, I say I don't know, I just don't know. I'm not plugged in enough to that. Randy was on his show like a month ago. Oscar's never been on my show though. He's always said he would. He's a cool dude. But again, like he's like more that mainstream crypto. So if he comes on and we talk about what Ripple, but that's an engagement hack, big time engagement hack. Like I've thought about this. I'm like, you probably need to start talking about Ripple for engagement, right? That's cool. You talking about that, D-Ink, now I remember seeing him and remembering he's got that really good vibe. Look at that. Do you really think that, boss? Ripple's a security? Might be. Anyway, Oscar's great. He's like super entertaining. And again, he does the live streams and but that format, dude, these 10-minute videos hitting just the one topic. And it's always the value add there is it's timely. So picture during the day, any big update, medium update, whatever, story comes out about any topic, crypto related, NFT related, and within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, but I've got a 10-minute video out on it. Just mentioning the headline, talking about what it is, that those will do well. And I know because like some of my biggest videos are really timely stuff. Like when Azuki coin came out, like doing a live show about that morning, thousands of views. So like, I know that model works. Now I think about launching a coin each time, like right, each one is tokenized. And it gets spicy. It does. It gets spicy. All right. Dude, I think we hit all the top. Like, I think the Zora thing will be a bigger conversation later on. There's more I could say about it. Even some more reasons why I'm kind of won over to it. For now, don't know. Lots of thinking to do. Lots of planning. I don't even know for sure that we're gonna mint these. I don't know for sure, but I it's a possibility. And if so, we'll be really clear with what it is and who's and all that stuff. But it could be fun. Could be interesting. I'm not 100% sure about the Swarm report this afternoon. We've just got family stuff, so I'm not 100% sure. I think Swarm report's happening. So show up. Yeah, just maybe plan on it happening 2 p.m. Eastern time. Same channels. There's a chance I will not be running that today. Rest of the week, game on. So stay tuned, I guess, for that. Smash. Hang on. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Dude, it's any given day wins everywhere. I love it. I love it. Hit the like on your way out, guys. Make sure you subscribe over at Crypto Slam on X. Follow us on, Crypto Slam on YouTube. It's Crypto Slam IO over on X. My guys, Tron, I'm glad you were here today. By the way, Benny, good to see you, man. Yeah, guys, hope your day is excellent. I think we've got, well, we're going to look at the Besson press conferences, I think, nowish. So I'm probably going to go check that out, see if we have any good news popping. In fact, I'll peek at crypto one last time, see if anything's moving from him talking. Let's quick look. Maybe not the direction we want. Okay. Well, we'll keep our eyes on it. Guys, have a great freaking day. We'll catch you later on. Peace.